Yes, people, myself, TS, welcome back to another No Filter TS. And in this one, just talking about Jurgen Klopp and, kind of, is he able to turn this around, or is this the end for Liverpool? For me, he's done a good job at Liverpool. People do point out the fact that, in all this, there's only one Premier League win. Was it one Champions League, a couple Champions League finalists, but, runners-ups. But, yeah, at the end of the day, he's done a good job at Liverpool. I believe it was a Super Cup and a Club World Cup in there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Although people don't really tend to rate those competitions, but at the end of the day, you got to win the big one to get to them. But this 7-year curse jinx thing is kind of looking like it's real. I question whether Mane cast some bad luck on the club or anything. Allegedly, not to I ain't trying to get no sort of defamation lawsuit or anything. I ain't got time for that. It's all jokes, but on a serious note, let Mane go for cheap. Gave all the big money to Salah. When you deep it, if they probably sold Salah, they could have probably got, in the regions of maybe 70 to 80 mil for him. Given Mane better wages, probably rebuilt the squad better, put that money towards a good midfielder or two, and they would have been in a better position going into this season. But the season's not started well for them. They're currently in 10th place. I think if they lose against City and Arsenal win against Leeds, they'll be 17 points behind Arsenal, which, if you told anyone in pre-season that 9-10 games in, Liverpool will be 17 points behind Arsenal, people would have got sectioned into a mental health ward real quick, like super fast. They would have said your chemical balance is not balancing, and it is, in the words of Castillo, it's not looking good, bruv. What can Klopp do from here? You've got Trent in bad form, now out injured. You got Diaz out now till December. I look at the team that they started against Arsenal in their last game, and I think based on the team who started, probably now at right back, he's going to have to put Gomez in there. His options is Gomez or James Milner, and I think ain't no one trying to see James Milner play right back for Liverpool, especially Liverpool fans. Maybe Everton fans want to see it as to give them some glimmer of hope of their local neighbours being closer to them in terms of bad form, although Everton was doing okay up until the loss against United. But yeah, it's really bad at Liverpool. What else can he do? I don't really think they're in a position to even try and change the formation. I was thinking about a back three, but then it's like, who do you play, especially with Trent out now? Who would you play as a right wing back? Milner can't do that job. I saw Hendo playing as a right midfielder the other day, which I thought was horrendous. Harvey Elliott can't do that job. Fabio Carvalho can't do that job. So they even got anyone to really do that job other than Trent, and he's injured and in terrible form. And again, if they go to a back three and a centre half gets injured, then it's another injury, another issue they therefore have. Although at the moment, he's going to have to stick with Gomez at right back, in my opinion. In the attacking position, of course, now that Diaz is injured, what does he do there? They've kind of been playing this system which is like a 4-2-3-1. For me, I think, Nunez stays as the striker, Salah right. I know Jota's kind of played the second striker thing. You probably have to put Jota on the left and go with either Harvey Elliott or Carvalho in the 10 for the moment. I named those two players as, they were on the bench, so they're clearly, close enough to match fitness. I don't really think there's any other option for them at the moment right now. In my opinion, I think Klopp can turn things around, but it needs to get done within the next couple of games. That City game, they could be on the end of a pace, and if they do, fans are going to be very quick to turn. If they get a result from that game, and when I say a result, I even mean the draw, it shows glimmer of hope. But yeah, following that game, if they don't win the next 2 games back to back, and the pressure's going to keep mounting. And I think the main thing you know, there is currently Liverpool fans that say, yeah, he's time's up, they want him to go. The main thing is, like, who do you expect the club to go and get in at the same time? Because Klopp can go, but then, you know, you're looking at what, Tuchel, Pochettino, Brendan Rodgers, who should be out of a job any minute now, if he isn't at the time of recording this, because he's Leicester sides all over the gaff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do there. But, you know, I think the options I've mentioned is all he can do for the time being. You know, bring Gomez and either Elliott or Carvalho into the attacking positions. And yeah, you're just going to have to try. Defensively, they're not that good at the moment. But they said, you know, it's the best form of defence is attack. They're just going to have to go out there and try attack teams and do the mad thing. Maybe the City game is not the one to try that with, because Haaland will have an absolute field day. So maybe after the City game, try that with everyone else you play. But yeah, you know, the pressure's slowly starting to mount on Jurgen Klopp, and, you know, if it continues to go wrong, he's going to go from Jurgen Klopp to Jurgen Flop to Jurgen sacked. And yeah, you know, so let me know your thoughts on this. You know, do you think Klopp can turn it around? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button now, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.